everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. Today we're going to do another part of my Let's Talk About It series, and today's topic is expiration dates. And I think this is the perfect timing to do this type of video because a lot of people don't understand that makeup and skincare and even perfume does in fact expire. I do have some notes here that I will be looking down at, so if you see me looking down a lot, that is because I'm reading off the notes that I wrote, so I am giving you correct information. So the first thing I want to talk about is skincare products. And with skincare products, there isn't an expiration date written on the product itself. Actually, there isn't really for any product. However, shelf life is usually based on when the product was opened, how it's stored, and what it's stored in. So those are some factors when looking at a lot of things that you purchase or a lot of things that you have. Now, if you have skincare products or makeup that has been sitting on your shelf for more than a year, more than likely it is either already expired or on its way to being expired, and you no longer want to use that on your skin. Now, most products have a symbol on the back of the product or the bottom of the product that is a period after opening symbol. So that is kind of a guideline that you should follow as to how long you have with that type of product after it's been opened. So I do have some products listed here with some specific information. So I'm going to be reading that information that I wrote down for you, as well as show you the products. And I am going to show you what that period after opening symbol looks like and how to find that on certain products. So what we're going to talk about first is Micellar Water. Now, a lot of people use Micellar Water. It is wonderful for removing makeup from your face. Now, I use Micellar Water to remove my makeup, and then I go in with a cleanser afterwards to wash my face. So if you guys are not sure what Micellar Water is, here is what it looks like. This is the all-in-one removes makeup, even waterproof mascara. It cleanses and refreshes. So this is what it looks like. I put this on a little cloth and I take off my makeup. But again, even though this does say it cleanses your skin as well, I do go in with a separate cleanser. If you guys want to know about my skincare routine, I can do a video on that. Just let me know in the comments below. But that is what I use the Micellar Water for. Now, if you look at the ingredients of Micellar Water, you will notice, ding, 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 the first ingredient in it is water. That makes it the first type of product that you're going to want to get rid of if you don't use it quickly enough. Now, I use this very quickly. I think most people do. I doubt that there are too many Micellar Waters out there that are expired. And bacterial contamination will break down with exposure to air, which means the shelf life of this is 6 months max. So if it has been open and subject to elements like air, bacteria can get in there and start growing. So if it is opened and more than 6 months old, you need to get rid of it and buy a new one and start using that one. By using stuff that is expired, like skincare and makeup, you can cause rashes, allergic reactions. You can cause bacteria getting into like your eyes and causing conjunctivitis. You can have your skin break out with clogged pores and pimples and all that kinds of stuff. So it is very, very important that you pay attention to how long your products have been opened. And sometimes I will even put like a little sticky note on it with when I opened, like the date I opened it. So like, or like a little piece of like masking tape that you can write on with when I've opened the product. Now, I did just open this one. This is brand new. I just started using it. So I know that I have at least 6 months of use on this, which I will use it way before that, before this is expired and I need to stop using it. So moving on to cleanser. So here is a cleanser. This is the Glam Glow Gentle Bubble Daily Conditioning Cleanser. I love this cleanser. It gets everything off your face. It's so wonderful. So most cleansers should last you around a year, but you still want to check the brand's PAO if it is listed on the back of the product. And again, the PAO is period after opening. And this product actually does have a PAO listed on it, and I'm going to zoom you in and show you what that looks like, because this one says that it is good for 24 months. So I have up to 2 years to use this before it is expired and I can't use it any longer. So I'm going to actually turn this around and zoom you in and show you what that expiration symbol looks like, so you guys kind of have a feeling of what to look for when you are looking at your makeup products. So that little symbol right there shows you that this product is going to last for 24 months. That is the little symbol that you want to look for on the back of your products. It usually looks like a little jar or a little compact. So the next thing we're going to read about is moisturizers. And moisturizers are preservative free and use natural ingredients as preservatives. Take extra care, as the natural alternatives can protect your product from bacterial contamination as well as synthetic alternatives. It is not a bad thing, it just reduces shelf life, and the PAO should reflect this. So all that is depending on the type of ingredients that are used to preserve your moisturizer. You could have moisturizers that could only last 6 months, and you can have some that will last up to a year. So you want to make sure that you look for that little symbol on the back of your moisturizers to make sure that you understand when that product expires. And again, it starts to expire when you open it. And with moisturizer, you want to be extra careful when applying that moisturizer. I kind of go towards the moisturizers that are in tubes more so than jars, because with jars you actually have to stick your finger in the jar and put it on your face, and that is, again, no matter how clean your hands are, you're still getting bacteria in that jar, and you're still I think it's more open for the elements because it's not in a tube, it's in a jar. And I know air can still get into the tubes and cause bacterial growth, but with the jars, the moisturizer is wide open. So, and a suggestion that I have for that type of moisturizer is taking one of those disposable spatulas and putting that in the jar, and then maybe putting it on the back of your hand, and then taking your finger and smoothing it all over your face so that your hands aren't actually touching the moisturizer in the jar and contaminating it. So let's talk about foundation, and depending on whether it's cream, powder, or liquid foundation, the PAO on the back of the product will change drastically. Cream and liquid foundations last from 6 to 12 months, and they contain more water, oils, and hydrating agents, which shorten the shelf life and has an increased risk of bacterial contamination. Powders can last up to 2 years, as the dry texture doesn't allow bacteria to grow easily. However, I recommend washing your makeup tools regularly. Wash your hands before every use, and lightly cleaning the top layer of your powder once a week to increase the shelf life. Now with foundations can come in many types of packaging. You have the type that just come in the tubes, where you can just squirt this out on your hand and not so much bacteria is getting into that foundation, although you want to be careful that you do not touch that tip on your hand, because bacteria will get in that little hole and cause your makeup to expire and become contaminated quicker. Now this product does state that it's 12 months, and so do these. These are both liquid foundations, and they don't both state that they're 12-month shelf life. This is a pump that also I do not recommend going like this when putting this on your face. I recommend putting it on your hand and then using your beauty sponge or beauty brush to put the makeup on your skin. And remember, bacteria can still get in that little hole if you are touching it on your hand, and your hand might not be as clean as you think it is. And then the last one that a lot of products are doing now are doing these doe foot applicators. Now again, I would take this and I would put it on my hand. I would not take this and put it on my face, because with this, you are taking that, putting it on your face. Any bacteria or anything that was on your face you're putting it right back into your foundation. And I do not recommend ever taking the doe foot applicator foundations and putting that on your skin directly. I would get like one of those little plastic palettes that you can put your foundation on, or put it on the back of your clean hand, and that will help prevent the type of product getting contaminated quicker and bacteria growing faster. So moving on to powder and blush. And just like the powdered foundation, pressed powders, setting powders, blushes, they can all, even though they are powder, they can still go bad. And to minimize those types of products becoming contaminated, you want to make sure your brushes are cleaned regularly. If you can't clean your brushes after every day after you use them, you want to make sure that you clean them within a week, because once you are taking that dirty brush and dipping it back into like these types of products, especially the powder products, you are then contaminating that product. So on the back of this translucent setting powder by Jeffree Star, this does state on the little jar back here that this is good for 12 months after you open it. So now we're going to move on to concealers. And concealers, my notes here for concealer is to get that smooth, silky, blendable texture. Concealers use oil and hydrating agents such as shea butter. If your concealer dries out, changes texture, becomes cakey, lumpy, or starts to smell different, throw it out immediately. Ironically, it'll just make those breakouts that you are trying to conceal worse, so toss that out. Now I have here the Juvia's Place concealer that just came out, and on the back is that little jar, and it states that this is 12 months. So I've opened this already, so in 12 months this is going to be expired and I should not be using it anymore. Now we're going to move on to eyeshadows. Cream eyeshadows will only last about 6 months due to the hydrating agents, which provide moisture for bacteria to thrive on. Powder eyeshadows can last up to 2 years, which is awesome. But remember to watch out for discoloration, waxy buildup, or a change in smell. And palettes, just like other products, do have expiration dates on the back, like this Morphe palette that I just purchased. This is the new Pride Collection palette, and this states that it will expire after 12 months of use. So the minute you start dipping into this product, it is good for 12 months. Now I know a lot of people, because I do the same thing, some of these shimmer shades, you take your finger and rub into that, and then you place that on your eyelid. Now obviously your hands are clean when you're putting your makeup products on. Most people, like myself, wash our hands multiple times while applying makeup, but just remember, you're putting your finger in there, you're going to cause bacteria to start growing quicker. So what you can do to keep your eyeshadows lasting as long as possible is take some 99% alcohol and just spritz the top of your palette to kill any bacteria that has started growing on the palette. So moving on to brow pencils. To keep your brow pencil in good condition, you should sharpen it frequently, keeping the cap closed tightly between uses. The sharpening will remove any bacterial growth on the top layer from contact with the air and your skin. So moving on to mascara. Now this is something that people frequently do, and this is an old mascara, so that's why I'm going to do it to this one. When you take your mascara out, a lot of people do this. They pump the mascara and then they take it out and they put it on your eyelash. Now people do that because they think that by pumping it like that, they are getting more product on the mascara wand, when in fact that's not what it's doing. What you want to do is kind of move the mascara in a circular motion to get that product out. By pumping it, it forces air into the tube, which dries out your product and facilitates bacterial contamination. So again, instead of doing that pumpy motion, just kind of move the wand in a circular motion and then take the product out and put it on your eye. Throw out mascara once it dries out, changes texture, color, or scent, and never add water to your mascara. I know a lot of people who have done this. I'm not quite sure why they do it. Don't do it. It doesn't you cannot rejuvenate dried out mascara. If your mascara has dried out, that just means it's old and throw it out. Now mascara can last anywhere between 3 to 6 months. This one right here stated 6 months. I'm already out of this, so I know that I need to throw that away and get a new one, but on the back of this product it does say it lasts up to 6 months. Again, do not share your eye makeup products with anybody. This product goes close to your eye, which means it can pick up and transfer bacteria. Another thing, if you have ever had an eye infection of any type, you need to toss the makeup that you used before that eye infection happened, because that makeup is now completely contaminated and you need to throw it away. So if you use eyeliner, even your eyeshadows, your mascara, all of that needs to be thrown away. If you develop an eye infection, you cannot use those products anymore, because those products have been contaminated and you will keep giving yourself eye infections if you continue to use them. So I know it sucks sometimes where if that happens and you've just bought like a brand new product and now you have to go buy another one, it sucks, I get it, but it is worth not continually damaging your eye and causing infections and things to happen with your eyes. You do not want to mess around with makeup. It is just not worth it. You don't want to mess around with contaminated makeup. It just is not worth it. Get rid of it, get new stuff, and use it after that infection has completely gone away. Eyeliner, whether liquid or pencil, lasts around 4 to 6 months. And it is another product that is susceptible to bacteria contamination. Throw it out if you've had an eye infection. Notice any changes in the texture, color, smell, or once that product dries out. Pencil eyeliners can last up to 2 years and should be cared for in the same way as brow pencils. So you want to make sure they're constantly sharpened. You can also spray the 99% alcohol on that and kind of rub it into a paper towel and then sharpen it. However you want to do that, keep the bacteria off it as well, as good as possible. And make sure those caps are on that product tightly. Again, do not share your eye products with anybody. And to lip liners, you want to make sure that you do the same exact thing that you do with any type of pencil. You want to make sure that you smooth off that top layer and get rid of that. Keep the pencil sharpened as well as possible and keep that lid on as tightly as possible. Lip liners will last up to 2 years if cared for properly. Lipsticks. Even though lipsticks contain water, moisturizers, and hydrating agents, they can last 2 years. As long as you look after them well. Never leave them without the lid on. Use a lip brush when you can to prevent unnecessary contact with your skin and lips, and occasionally clean them with makeup wipes to remove the top layer. Another thing that you want to make sure that you don't do with like makeup is leave it in your hot car, because by leaving it in your hot car, obviously like lipsticks will melt and they will also start growing bacteria much quicker. And this is with any makeup, not just lipsticks. This is with any makeup. Never, never, never leave your makeup bag in a hot car, because all you're doing is promoting bacterial contamination, and that can again adversely affect your skin, and we don't want that to happen. Lip balms and lip glosses. So lip balm should be treated just like lipsticks. If it is in that jar, you want to kind of remove that top layer before you stick your finger in there and put it on your lips. They usually last anywhere between 6 to 12 months. Lip gloss, you want to kind of think of lip gloss just like you would of mascara. Don't take the lip gloss and do the little pumpy motion, because you're causing air to get into that lip gloss and causing bacteria to form. And then you are sticking that on your mouth, which you will ingest. And I don't care who you are, you ingest lipstick and lip gloss and lip balm a little bit every time you apply it. So to make sure you are not ingesting that bacteria and causing yourself to get sick, just be careful of how you apply it and what you do. So lip gloss should be applied just like mascara. You just do circular motions inside the tube, take it out, put it on your lips, and then put it in. You want to cause the least amount of air to get into that product to cause bacteria growth and contamination. So that is our video for today. I hope you guys learned something from this video as to how to properly care for your products and to keep them from going bad quicker, as well as paying attention to those expiration dates. And like I said, if you need to take a little piece of tape and put on there when that product was open so that you know when it expires, I highly recommend doing that, because you do not want to use expired makeup or skincare on your face. It will cause your skin to react in a way that you are not going to enjoy. So please, everyone, pay attention to those expiration dates. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Remember to hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already, as well as a little notification bell next to it to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.